We changed the jar set.
We did.
Okay.
You motherfuckers.
Let's be honest. We were anticipating some pushback, some resistance, some. That being said, I wasn't quite ready for what some of these Jarlings they were coming in for me. They were like, it's like they knew I was having a bad day. They wanted me to feel awful that night on Reddit, just like, you fuckers, you've changed it. You want fuck Jar.
The cast was so laid back, and now it's too professional. Too professional.
You don't look like you're having much fun or you're very comfortable. It's like we're eating dinner with you. And that was another thing I kept noticing. Lots of comments about it, like it's like we're at dinner, as if that's a negative. But
yeah,
do people not
dinners
have nice...
are the best. Dinners with your friends are like the best things. The only thing I care about.
What it should feel like, what we were aiming for you, the American people, is that we sort of wanted
like Fox News,
like a Thanksgiving dinner with your pals, like a Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
dinner.
imagine it's Christmas.
more like a date, like you've just sort of rolled up and you thought you were going on a date with one guy and he's like, yo, what's up? Sorry,
I got my podcast with me.
Yeah, I've got my guys. Like, I don't go on a date without my guys, and I don't do anything without my guys.
This is actually quite a good idea for a Patreon tier. Like a good Jar dinner date. If you're going out with a date, you bring Jar. Yeah. We just all share the table at the same time. Yeah. That would be nice.
What we could do is we could put candles on it and we can make the cast really romantic.
Yeah, we can. Valentine's Day, we have options.
Housekeeping, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's just
get out of the way.
Let's start talking about this, because I don't want to just dispel anyone who's, given
constructive
fair feedback, because there's definitely things to say. And the angle and everything was kind of fucked up, and it was the first time we'd ever filmed anything in it, and it was, we still got
it was a teething
shit
period
to learn or whatever.
It's the start. We learn.
Well, yeah, I actually noted a few things down to organise my thoughts. Yeah. Evolution doesn't stop. This is the skeleton without any feedback. That's what I was putting. Because in my mind, Jar has been like those evolution boards, where you start on the floor crawling on all fours. You don't even have the capability of standing up yet.
Really, we should have started like half submerged in like a swimming pool.
Well, fully submerged and like shrunk down to a little particle. Yeah.
Ideally, but we have our limits.
Yeah, the restraints of the human body and all that. We're not quite in the fun stages of deconstruction yet, but yeah, I went through and I got a bunch of screenshots of old Jar sets and just seeing just how low of the low we've kind of been at points. Currently, I'm looking at a picture of the early days where we literally sat on the floor in my spare room. Yeah, because the Jar set has always been an afterthought based on the space or lack thereof.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So when I moved into this place, it was just a matter of we actually recorded the cave episode first because there was just nothing set up, and it was like, well, we got a week. And it's always just been like a scramble to get something done. So this was...
We've always been like catching up to ourselves almost. We're making do with what we have at the time instead of thinking ahead.
Well, yeah, and we started off with two mics it was, and you three had to share one mic.
The one blue
so
Yeti.
It's this gradual evolution, as it were. But in saying that, the longest set we did have was this one for those watching, is in Lego form in front of us. That's kind of been the longest standing Jar set. So we made
adjustments along the way.
Yeah, no two episodes would have looked the same because we just move around the camera and the lighting's fucked and everything every episode anyway. But I can understand the change from that room being quite a big one, especially if it's not, it's not perfect right away. If it's not exactly what you want to see, and if it is, including a table, which was... I must have misread the room because I didn't realise there was such fervour against tables in the Jar community. I guess that's an issue.
Yeah, I don't understand. Tables are pretty helpful.
Well, the overall feedback seemed to be, yeah, it looks better, but is this Jar? It doesn't look relaxed. People seem to be attached to this idea that we have to be lying on a sofa to be relaxed in order to capture that Jar.
Because we've always done that. We've always had to make do with that. We've never been anything else but relaxed.
But
this is relaxed.
Did the people want us to stay sat
same.
on the floor.
But also, we didn't go to a sofa. We were in those stupid IKEA chairs for bloody ages.
And they weren't great.
Oh, no, but I'm saying, like, just because you're used to something, let's say we sat on the floor for 100 episodes and then finally got chairs, like, it helps us, you know, to not be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So you're saying this is less uncomfortable?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm much more comfortable.
Which is not what the JARlings are saying. They say this looks much less comfortable for us.
For example, back on the sofa, we had this little table in front of us, and that was like the only place to put our drinks, or sort of offset. Somewhere awkward, our drink of water or cream soda or bevy. But look at this. For those listening, I just reached gracefully forward and picked up a half pint of delicious beer.
And I've picked up a great can of Soda Folk cream soda.
But yeah, the point is, I'm willing to adjust this set as much as necessary for it to make everyone happy, as much as, you know, is reasonable. I'm not even necessarily 100% attached to having to have this table. There are solutions that could be done with this room. Like, it might look smaller on camera than it is, but we actually have a fair amount of options in here. It just has to be in here. It can't be in that old room anymore. What it's lacking to me is just some more JARisms. It needs some input from people, you know. It needs, like, oh wait, I'm just imagining someone, you know, they're in Australia or whatever. They just run over a kangaroo and they're like, wow, this maybe like a mounted kangaroo would look awesome on the JAR set, you know. Maybe that's what we're after. I mean, that's the kind of feedback we need, you know.
Yeah. If you have fun trying to ship us a dead kangaroo.
But yeah, it was especially the table thing people seem to be most hung up about. So
having a set that leads like assertive and good conversation is what you want. There's a reason why a lot of podcasts lead this way, because that is the best in terms of
the default makes sense for it to be a table, I suppose. But we are spending a lot of time hung up on those that don't like it. There are, of course, people that didn't have a problem with it too.
Yeah.
You know. But let's just go through some of these comments and kind of address what we can. Cobalt Rad's going to start us off. I kind of miss the laid-back couch conversation vibe of the old set. That being said, the new set does look really friggin' cool. So yeah, that's kind of the main thing, I think, that people are concerned that it's not laid back enough in that same way, even though it's much more like physically comfortable on this set for me personally.
No, I agree.
Because with those old IKEA chairs and the sofa, like, you're always leaning back with a mic that's like on a table mounted in front of you, so it's
table
you're
that
always concerned about how your depth to and from the mic, about where you are to pick up the correct audio. I had that problem a lot because I'm fucking.
And another huge positive, which I mean, it'll probably be a negative for those listening, but we don't need to wear underwear or, you know, trousers anymore. Maybe one day we can do a footsie episode where it's just our fucking legs.
Yeah.
But General JF says, I feel like I'm at the dinner table with them.
Again, a good thing.
Yeah.
Thank you for your comment.
Moniac says, the cast has become the very thing it swore to destroy. Actually normal.
You see, that I disagree with. We've always been normal.
We are the epitome of normal.
True.
Like, we're just podcast people.
Timothy Bridges has one. I really don't like the new set, not because it's badly made or anything. In any other cast I would like this set, but one of my favourite things about JAR was the relaxed couch vibes. I remember commenting once that one of the best things about the cast was that they weren't at a desk, like all other podcasts. The previous set really felt like four friends sitting around having a beer and chatting, whereas the new set loses all of those vibes. Nobody sits around chatting at a cramped desk. I know you probably put a lot of work into the set, and I'm sorry to criticise so harshly. It just totally throws out the window something that was entirely unique about your cast, and it makes me sad.
Do you know I was actually saying that? It just popped something into my mind about, you know, three friends on a couch. Do you know what this is like? Three friends at a pub table.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah. That's what I've been thinking. That was like my whole thinking with the fucking table.
Like, if you actually ask people what's the things they enjoy with their mates, it'll probably be food and at a pub.
Both done on tables. But I mean, I don't want to get too hung up on that because, like,
I just want to say as well, like, saying that it was just 3 friends or 4 friends or whatever it said sat around having a conversation. The fact that mics are there makes it not that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
how often do you have a conversation with your friends, with each of you with a mic directly in front of your face, and you're intentionally
and
talking into that?
This is also a funny thing because on YouTube, podcasts are something different to everywhere else. Because they're saying, like every other podcast, where it's like, well, no, most podcasts you consume through your ears, and YouTube's kind of warped what a podcast is, where a lot of them are video, actually, like first-hand. And
yeah, which I quite like that. I like that you can do because we've always used
the
video for at least one joke.
Well, I guess people are scared that us going here means we're just never gonna joke about things ever again.
No, that's what my thing is. It's like the set doesn't change us. It doesn't change how we are. We will make this space work as we always have. So it's just like that will never change because we don't change.
So do you think if we'd made this change and instead of a table it was like a sofa setup where there was like a sofa back there, people wouldn't be upset, or they'd be upset about something different?
They'd be upset.
Because it's weird, because we've changed the set like millions of times before, and
the set is
there's never really been pushback though.
No.
This is the first time it's been like, whoa, wasn't really expecting that, guys, but...
It's because the jump's too much. We always take little steps, but now we've taken like a big step.
I don't think it is that big of a step.
It's not, not
like
really.
Yeah, because the only thing that's different is we actually put some paint on the wall, got a plant, and got a desk. That's the only thing that's different.
Yeah, like the another big difference is like the amount of effort. Blood, sweat, and tears went into changing this room, into making it into what it is now. And
Jar almost collapsed, actually. We were
we were on the brink of
destruction,
of the complete and utter destruction. And the fact that even one person has said they don't even like it a little bit.
You strained our relationship, and this is how grateful
saying that,
you are.
It did for like 24 hours. I was like, man, I feel low because of this. Because I was like,
yeah, no,
so
I agree.
much shit.
I was joking just then. But like, yeah, it is lame because I've been so excited about getting into this room.
Yeah,
to get working and like...
And not to make anyone who genuinely like gave us like you've read out some fair like criticism.
Yeah, all of these are fair by
their opinions.
There were some assholes who were just being dicks.
Yeah, but people like this, like
nice.
it's obviously it's absolutely fine to feel the way you're feeling, but yeah, it does sort of feel like a kick in the blood cock.
I would also say that what people haven't also considered is the other set. Our other sets weren't the most ideal for certain videos we wanted to make, and this change, as much as we've hinted at it, we're changing. We want to make more videos, and this set will help us do that, which means people are getting more content, more videos. That's the most.
As
the
of us
thing.
recording this, the Boys season 2, As Good As They Say, just went live, and that was the second video we kind of recorded with the set, and we changed around the angle, turned the table around. It looked a lot better. We can constantly tinker with this room until we're happy with what it looks like.
Yeah,
like
that's another thing. Like, just because the first episode we did in this room might have seemed a bit odd.
Yeah, because like I was out of focus in the background.
Yeah,
you guys
something
were a bit closer.
We hadn't done like a proper test of the room.
That was the test.
That day we did do the test.
I mean,
again, like we don't have infinite time to make all this shit pristine the second we move. So like, don't worry if the episode before last, we were all sat on the floor again as sort of a joke. Like that, this is the new set, everyone.
Going back to our roots before we ascend.
Yeah. Like as a little joke there, but just because we were sat on the floor then doesn't mean it's forever. Like that's what it's going to be now, you know?
If you want us on the floor, we'll be on the fucking floor.
We're constantly open to change.
Yeah, and let us know. I mean, you guys fucking did. You didn't hold back either, so that's good to know that you can keep us in check.